Welcome in, everybody. Glad you all can make it as we continue our coverage of our first season of college football. Today, we'll take a look at the head coaching hires around the league. We won't talk about every coach, but by the end, you would have at least seen who your team's coaching staff is. So let's jump right in. So starting at the top, we have Air Force landing a 4.5-star coach in Kenneth Gustafson. Next, we have Alabama, one of our top teams this year with a 93 prestige. Also able to land a 4.5-star coach in Danny Brown with a 69 reputation. If we look at Arizona with a 61 prestige, they were able to get a 4.5-star coach. But down at the bottom, Arkansas, they've got a 70 prestige. And they were able to hire our first 5-star coach in Robert Compton. He has a 69 level reputation. So the next batch of coaches we have Arkansas State with a 55 prestige, getting themselves a 4.5-star coach in Brenton Chamberlain. Then we have with the 80 prestige, the Auburn Tigers, joining that 4.5-star coaching club with William Hampton. But if we look at Baylor, an 86 prestige, it should be a good program, but only able to get a 3.5-star head coach in James Danner. While Baylor had a underwhelming hire in Coach Danner, Bowling Green is celebrating their hire of Dominic Wiley with the lowest prestige in the 4.5 coaching club with 48. Cincinnati will have our next 5-star coach, Ralph Hauser, with a reputation level of 69. And with the third ranked quarterback group this year, maybe a heavy underdog for a playoff spot this year. Moving to our next group, we have playoff contender Clemson with a 90 prestige hiring Rich Tice with a reputation of 65, a 4.5-star coach. Um, so even Coastal Carolina with a 35 prestige was able to get a better coach than Baylor, uh, hiring their 4-star coach here. Uh, Coach Danner at Baylor must have been a last option type situation. Um, but we got our third 5-star coach, but with the 64 reputation, Herbert Martinez at Colorado. So with the 52 prestige, this is probably as big of a hire as Coach Prime taking the job in real life. So we got three really good teams here, but no 5-star coaches. Florida, Florida State, and Georgia. We'll start with Florida. With the 81 prestige, they get a 4-star head coach in Max Cordova. Florida State gets a 4.5-star coach in Ruben Hernandez, and Georgia hires Thad Bolin, a 4.5-star coach with the 69 reputation, to lead their team to hopefully a playoff win. So the best team in this group is Houston with the 80 prestige. They have a 5-star coach to start their program. A lot of our top level coaches have a 69 level reputation, Bama, Arkansas, Cincinnati. But Michael Miller has a 70 reputation, which is the highest in the league so far. And next, we have another 5-star coach at another below 60 prestige school, first Colorado. Now we got Illinois with a 59 prestige. They were able to get Chester Kemper to sign. He's a 68 reputation level. So no playoff teams in this bunch, no 5-star head coaches either. But Iowa, close to an 80 prestige, was able to get a good coach in Rodney McLeod, a 4.5-star head coach. So here we have another low prestige team with a high level coach. Louisiana Monroe is a 36 prestige, and they were able to hire Ron Freeze, rated 4.5-star coach and a 64 reputation. Next, looking at Louisville, they were able to get Gunnar Irving, another 4.5-star coach, 69 reputation, and LSU. A 90 prestige team, they were able to hire Brian Jensen, a 4-star coach, but a 69 reputation. He may be somebody on that verge of breaking into that 4.5 caliber of coach. And lastly, we got Marshall with a 60 prestige and another 4.5-star coach in Bill Poor. So 86 prestige Baylor signed a 3.5-star coach in James Danner. He had a 65 reputation. Now, if we look at Michigan, an 88 prestige team with playoff hopes, they signed Gene Anderson, a 3.5-star coach, 64 reputation. To be honest, when I saw this, I wanted to restart the league and just make a new one. Um, but I said, I really don't have a horse in this race, so whatever happens, happens. We're all just here to watch anyway. It's still early, though. Who knows? Maybe their talent works well with the game plan and they're just so efficient that they just score and they win. We'll see. Um, but Michigan State, they got themselves a 5-star coach in John Stam with a 67 reputation. Stam's going to be leading this 85 prestige team to their postseason aspirations. And we have another batch of middling teams, no one above an 80 as far as prestige. And no one I would see as a top 8 team to make the playoff. But both Mississippi State and Nebraska signed 4.5-star coaches. Emmanuel Gill at Mississippi with an 86 or 68 reputation, and Michael Newell at Nebraska with a 69. So another high level coach signs at a sub 60 prestige program. North Texas with a 56 prestige signs a 5-star head coach with a 66 reputation in Kevin Davison. But does North Texas have enough juice to keep Davison around? We'll see. We'll just see. Northwestern was able to get a 4.5-star coach, Mark Stewart, but Notre Dame, another 90 prestige school, and they were able to sign Juan Caban, a 4-star coach, 66 rep. So we got a lot of great coaches in schools here, guys. First, starting off with Larry Fusco, 5-star head coach at Ohio State. Now, this is our first 5-star head coach at a school above 90 prestige. Bama, Georgia, Clemson, LSU, all 4.5-star coaches. But Fusco has a 70 reputation. Now, Houston, Michael Miller was also a 5-star 70 rep. So it appears they may be our top coaches in the league so far. Ohio State has great players coming in, a top level school in prestige, and a top level coach. They're putting together a program that could be good for a long time. Now, Oklahoma, a 91 prestige school hires Gregory Gallardo, a 4.5-star coach. Technically, he has the highest reputation in the game with 71. Another program set up for success. Talent, prestige, coaching, they're pretty well rounded. Next, we'll look at Oklahoma State, grabbing a 5-star coach with the 85 prestige. Another 5-star uh, coach with a 70 reputation level on par with Cincinnati and Ohio State. Then we have Ole Miss also getting a 5-star coach, 69 reputation, Arden Cowley. Ole Miss might have their guy. Finally, we'll look at the Oregon Ducks, a 85 prestige team, but a team that could play their way into the playoff. They got some top level talent coming in, 4.5-star coach, 65 reputation, Benjamin Goolsby. And the Ducks should be able to be in our playoff conversation, if not this year, really soon. All right, now, so Penn State is another team that should be pretty good. They hired a 4.5 star coach, Keith Evers, with a 66 reputation. And our next 5-star coach at Pitt, Jerry Pearson, he only has a 66 reputation. Pitt is a low 70 prestige, but Jerry could boost his program into playoff contention. Who knows? So at the top here, SMU, a 56 prestige, probably won't make a lot of noise this year, but they did get a 4.5 star coach in James Harwood. Who knows? He may be a program starter. Next, we got a 4.5 star coach in Joshua Domingo, 67 rated reputation. He gets the job at 82 Prestige, South Carolina. Joseph Hand at Stanford, they got an 80 Prestige. Hand is a 4.5 star coach, 69 reputation. So Texas is going to be tough to beat in whatever conference they're in. Well, the Texas schools. Starting with TCU, a low 70 prestige school. They were able to get a 4.5 star coach, Murray Harmon. He has a 68 reputation. Texas got the best coach in the state, John Matson. Now, Houston and Ohio State have 5-star coaches with 70 reputations, but Madsen is a 5-star coach with a 71 reputation. So right now, he is the best coach in football so far. Both Texas and Texas A&M are at 82 prestige. Texas got the better rated coach, but A&M's hire of Joe Emery is nothing to slouch at. A 4.5 star coach with a 68 reputation. He's up there with the better coaches in the league. And we even got Texas State down there at the bottom, getting themselves a 4-star head coach. Again, anywhere Texas is, they're probably going to be a problem in their respective conference. So again, we have a not so great bunch, but we got some good coaches. We just mentioned all those Texas teams, but we got Texas Tech here with a good coach, 4.5 star, 68 reputation. But every team here is below a 80 prestige, all the way down to a 38, and everyone hired a 4.5 4-star coach, and Tulane hired a 4.5 star coach. It still surprises me that Baylor and Michigan were only able to get in a five, or not a five, a 3.5 star coach, while being at least a top 25 team in the nation with real playoff aspirations. And these other teams are getting, 4.5 star coaches with a 30, 40, 50 prestige. And just as I mentioned, those disappointing hires, we got UCLA, a 76 prestige school, probably top 40, 50 teams in the nation. They signed Clinton Henderson, um, a 3-star head coach, 63 reputation. They definitely could have did better. But moving to USC, they're getting a 4.5 star coach, also a 71 reputation, Dennis Carter. He could be building something special over there at Southern Cal. William Laporte over in Utah, another 5-star coach, 69 reputation at a 84 prestige school, and they got the number 2 quarterback group this year. That they got a great start to their program. So here we'll look at Virginia Tech. They were able to get Sam Hoyle, a 5-star coach, 69 reputation into their 82 prestige program. Uh, in time, they could make some big noise in the ACC. And finally, we come to the end of our coaching hires for the nation. And the last coach we'll look at tonight is the head coach of West Virginia, Stephen Durden, another 4.5 star coach, but a 70 reputation level, which is near the top as far as head coaches. All right, so that's it, guys. Thank y'all for sticking with me. If you made it this far, leave a like on the way out. Leave a comment down below. Shout out your team. What you think about their coaching hires? How you think you're going to do this year? Um, if we didn't get a chance to talk about your team, we are going to go into more detail of these coaches at a later time, contracts, ratings, all that stuff. But thank you for checking this one out, guys. See you on the next one.